Wi-Fi password thanks to Brad. Apparently they switch out the password here every month, so they keep their Wi-Fi locked down. Finishing up the resurfacing of the ice right now. They're probably going to come out and go runtime. Let me know how the video audio is. I can follow the Zamboni a little bit here. Must be doing better. My mom gave me the thumbs up. Might only be her and Jeff watching right now anyway.
Who's out of uniform?
Recent injuries?
That's Grady.
That's up there.
He goes hurt? Is that Grady? Oh, it's Grady. Oh, and
Did you
Rick.
say that's Grady?
That's what Court said. No. Because he got 2 penalties.
I mean, but it's not district.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I was going to say, it's really that good.
Yeah, you're right.
No, that sucks that means it's injured.
Yeah.
So not sure what happened, but we are starting the third period without Grady. He is over there with a helmet on and sweatshirt, so hopefully he's okay and just taking a seat precautionary. Grady, or no, Patrick took a guy down on far side. Martin gets it up to Nico, gets it to Beckett. Beckett sends one high over the goal. That gets held in by Patrick. Patrick sends one in, goes off the body of a defender who picks it up. Picked up by East Metro. Nico throws one back in, picked up by East Metro again. And coming back the other way. I'm curious if we're going to have a fourth person step in at. Now it looks like Grant maybe moved back to defense. Yeah, so Grant's taking the place of Grady. And I'm sure they'll be shifting some lines in on offense as well. Martin picks that up far side. Ooh, tries to send it up to Brady. Gets picked off at the blue line. Ooh, shot goes off at Theo, bounces wide. That gets up to Grant. But, yeah, taken away again. You got Grant, Brady, and Travis we're fighting for. Oh, man, Dietz shoots one. Travis deflects it, and it went just a touch wide. Gets all the way back over to Brady. Brady drops one deep, so Minneapolis can get a change. Travis picks that up far side, gets back to Grant. Gets pushed down back below. All right, and this is their big skater here. Ooh. Theo with a nice save. Yeah, that kid is fast. We've gotta play some prevent defense on him. And I think I was wrong. I think they're going another shot. I think saved by Theo, and goes wide, pushed up to Beckett. And then Beckett gets stripped, gets back to Nico. Nico whiffs on the pass through, and then a second attempt goes to an East Metro guy. Martin does a nice job playing that puck. All right, Martin holds in again. East Metro loses that one with Patrick and Martin on him. All right, Owen tries to get up to Downey, but picked off center ice. And Theo decides to cover that one. So we are going stop clock, so 11:38 left. All right, East Metro plays that back behind. Ooh, Dietz sends one off the skate of East Metro, which got back to center. Brady put it back into neutral ice. They try to center. Grant breaks that up. Gets it back to their defense. Theo makes another save, picked up by Dietz. Over to Grant, who gets it up to Brady. Gets it up to Travis. Travis puts on the brakes, and it gets bottled up on the far side. Sent one in, body of Theo, another shot on goal. Easy save for him. And covered up. 10:44, third period. And Patrick takes that away from Theo and gets an icing. All right, Patrick plays that one back behind. Beckett tries to flip it out. And gets played back behind Theo. All right, back at near corner has Owen with him. Owen comes up with it. And taps it ahead, gets it to East Metro. Ooh, they play it ahead. That shot fired wide. Yeah, coming out a little flat here in the third. All right, Owen picks it up and gets it up to Beckett. Beckett fires a shot on. All right, East Metro skates through the middle. And Patrick taps that away. There's a collision down in the far corner with Patrick and another player. And they call that good. All right, Patrick tries to pass it up, and we were making a change on that instead. So Metro comes up over with it again. And Martin gets that up to Travis, who's going to have a one-on-one. And gets closed in on. Way offsides. All right, that was Travis taking face off. Metro comes up with it. Dietz pokes that one away. Travis to Dietz, tries to get it up to Downey, goes a little wide, goes into the neutral zone. All right, bouncing still in the neutral zone. Downey over to Grant. Grant sends one up ahead. They're going to call that an ice. So we've got 8 minutes left to go in this 1-1 game. Ooh, the wraparound almost worked, but Theo was able to get over to it. Puck is still bouncing. East Metro still possessing. Ooh, that one goes high, bounces off a player in front, almost snuck through. Theo was able to push that away. Patrick skates one in, shoots back behind. Their goalie plays it out. Yeah, these guys are quick. Martin did a good job closing in on that. All right, Martin, oh man. All right, so Nico picks it up back behind. Nico skates it up across, gets a shot on goal, but more of a toss in than anything. Oh yeah, that kid's good. That rebound comes across. Luckily nobody was there. About 6.5 to go. Dietz is there playing down low. And that ends up popping out to Brady. Brady tries to push it ahead up to Cam, gets it into neutral ice. All right, Cam makes a move around. Gets one down low. We get a defensive change. Ooh, in the middle, Brady gets a shot on goal. Gets over to Martin. Martin shoots one off the skate of a defender. And that puck bounced all the way out, and it's not going to get called icing because it went off of Martin's skate. Patrick plays it back behind. Good defense by them, but got that up to Grant in the center. Tries to get that all the way up to Nico. Ends up getting tapped over to Owen. Oh, Owen took a big hit. Or no, Nico took a big hit. Oh, man. All right, Metro coming back at it again. All right, it's becoming a physical game here. Owen gets it up to Beckett. Beckett taps it in. All right, back behind. Beckett picks it up. Gets it back to Grant. Grant back down to Beckett. Centering pass goes through the legs of Owen. Then Martin gets a shot on. Owen centering pass gets taken away by Metro. Beckett flips one back into the zone. Backhanded in. Minneapolis has time to get a change. Oh, Travis tries to put a big hit on somebody on the far side. All right, Travis does a nice job with the body. That's what we got to do. Brady pushes it ahead into neutral ice. All right, Grant picks it up. Oh. Sends it back behind to Dietz, who fires one over to Brady. Brady comes up with it and gets it over to Grant. Grant up the boards. Metro plays it. We've got 3:45 to go in the third. Shots on goal show 28-12. It's probably, I don't know what happened there, but I think their player must have done something cheap. Our guys are having their arms up. I think there's some cheap shots going on here. But when the refs let it play like that, it's going to go both ways. That gets down, Patrick to it. Picked up by Owen. Owen skates it forward. Under 3 to go. Yeah, guy just threw an elbow on Beckett. They didn't call anything. Kevin's losing his mind over there. Beckett flips one out. Yep, getting out of control because the refs aren't calling anything.
I know, they should throw in number 44 because he's the next draft.
Well, I think so. Owen and Beckett were both going at it with one of their players. And so they put both of them in the box, only one of their guys in the box. So with 2.5 minutes left to go, they'll probably be going on the power play. Weird that happens when the refs don't call anything.
Right.
letting them play 5-on-5?
Come on, Black!
They should.
Well, we got 2 in the box.
I know, but we shouldn't.
Like, well, that's a different story.
That's why I'm saying we should be 5-on-5 because we shouldn't have 2 in the box.
All right, they're letting them go 5-on-5, even though we got 2 guys in the box. All right, Nico gets that over to Patrick. Patrick gets laid out on the far side. Oh, Nico does a nice job holding the zone. Gets it over to Cam. Cam makes a move. Oh, man, he just had one more move to make. Patrick scoops it, shoots one on goal. Travis gets a shot on. Martin sends one wide. 2 minutes left to go. And that's offsides. So I think they call that like an intentional onside. So it actually goes all the way down into their zone. Bouncing puck out in front. Theo makes a Theo makes the first save. But rebound comes out and they tap one in. Yeah, I mean that was a deflating goal here. So this is just a scrimmage. It doesn't really matter, but it would have been nice to come through and beat this team, considering what they are ranked. All right, Brady skates that one up. All right, Nico skates it up, ends up losing it. I don't know how they don't call that a trip after all that, but I guess they're just not going to call any real penalties. All right, Nico with a little room. That one fired high over to Martin, bouncing puck out in front. And that one fired. Then we got a. Oh, Martin, nice job with our empty net there, controlling the puck. And they're going to call an offsides. All right, 24 seconds left to go. Empty net for us. This is good practice, regardless, in case we get into this situation later on. Metro clears it down. That's an icing. So we'll actually take the face-off in the Minneapolis zone with about 20 seconds left to go. We're 6-on-5. I don't think we've had an empty net goal yet this year. Beckett fires one, hits a skate of an East Metro guy. Yep, I think that's happened to us every single empty net we've had. Well, no, I think we've had one where we didn't get scored on. So that's going to do it for this game. 7 seconds left. I'll keep it running because at the rate this is going, somebody's going to get in the fight. He's not happy. Well, it turned into a physical game. Maybe something that we need. So if nothing else, we learn a few skills, but that was pretty bad officiating for both sides of it. But at the end, they let it get out of control.
I want them to like.
Next month, 18 years,